Hi, good evening. So, welcome back to my channel. Grace and peace be multiplied to you in the name of Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I am here tonight, this afternoon rather, to do a second video in gold recovery from IC chips. I started on the weekend with um, getting some chips. Um, these I take them off some of the circuit boards, some of these chips um, that I've taken from circuit boards, and I said that I am going to incinerate them and then crush them um, in order to get the the gold, which is, I don't know if you can see, ah yeah, these bonding wires. See that gold on the inside here? Yeah, they are inside the IC chips. They are 24 karat gold bonding wires. So the process is to incinerate the chips and then crush them to extract these gold bonding wires. Okay, this is actually a circuit from a computer mouse, which I will do a video um, sometime with recovery of these chips with these 24 karat bonding wires, as you can see. Right, so here is my little setup um, that I have right here. So I have chips inside this container that I place in my furnace, and I incinerate the chips, and now I'm gonna transfer them. These is what it look like when it's incinerated, and this is a part of this one start to break, and yeah, this one start to break, so I'm gonna crush these up to get the bonding wire out. uh, so this is roughly 1 pound of flat packs, they call them IC chips. These are not the BGAs, but these are the flat packs, and this is 1 pound of these types. Some are big, some are small. This one is called Genesis. Wow. And the smaller type. This one already started. Um, so there are some small wires inside there, not only bonding wires, but we will find out when we crush them. And then we're gonna sift them uh, with a little sieve. So I've already, and I'm using this makeshift crusher. This is a heavy piece of brass that I'm repurposing to do my crushing, and I cut this propane tin, and I'm repurposing this as well. So in scrapping, you repurpose things. It's all about recycling. So this has now become my stuff for crushing stuff. Okay, so I crush some stuff in this. Let me just get this out of the way, and then we start crushing the IC chips to see what the result look like. um I don't know how my audio is gonna sound after I put on my mask, because there can be some dust from this, and safety comes first. So let me strain this off. Guys, I really appreciate you coming on. Please leave a comment. Please share. Please like. You know. So yeah. So let me just sift out this that was inside here onto this thing right here. Just like that. And there are some bonding wires in this as well. And then the heavier stuff, the bigger stuff, I'm just gonna put in this pan right here for another crushing. All right, so let's add some of our IC chips inside here and start to crush using my repurpose bedhead um, uh, brass. It's quite heavy, so kind of just gonna do something like this, crush it. So what you find is that when the chips are incinerated, it should make it a whole lot easier for the crushing to take place. Just gonna do this for a couple minutes. The top is quite heavy, so try to keep the crushing solid. And of course, these chips are incinerated, so it should break up easily if it is properly burnt. If not, it might put up some resistance. I'm gonna put on my other glove just to avoid some of this black stuff. Yeah, but so yeah, so it's 1 pound, and I'm doing this experiment to see what the results would be like as it relates to how much bonding wire, how much gold is in 1 pound of flat pack chips, IC chips. So yeah, I'm just gonna knock this a few times. So that's what it looks like now. So I'm gonna ground it a few more times on the ground and then show you what the results for this is gonna look like. Some people they use they call a ball mill. Some people just use a repurposed blender and they will just blend these IC chips to powder and then they sieve it and then they sieve it. Okay. So far it's coming on nicely. I'm just gonna get a few more pounding on the ground. And there's copper in this as well. There is tin. There is iron. There is some amount of silver as well. But the aim is to get the bonding wires, the gold bonding wires that are said to be 24 karat Okay, first, see this the dust. So this is the first batch. We're gonna sieve this out, and then we're gonna add in some more. See what it looks like. And these bonding wires are very small, very tiny. We're still gonna keep this bigger one. All right, so let me just show you. These are most times these are copper heat sinks, and these are inside the chip. So you want to get rid of those. This one looks like copper. And this was inside another chip as well. There are silicon dies on the inside as well, and these are going to be broken up in small pieces. Some of these legs sometimes are gold coated. Um, some of them are steel. Some of them are copper. These things. Yeah. So put this over into this to be crushed further. So, so of course, as I said, be careful with the dust. All that carbon. And the bonding wires are very tiny. Um, yeah, so some of these are copper legs. Put this over here in the pan. Sieve again. It can be a bit of work. Um, but okay, so back to the pan. Get yourself some more. As I said, the more you incinerate these chips, the easier the crushing. So it's best if you get that process um, down pat, and it will lighten the force you have to use to crush these. So let me just crush this set again. But you will get the gist of what's happening, and hopefully at the end we have a good result. For now, um, I just wanted to show you guys this part of the process. I'm putting in the work, but once again, um, thank you for joining my channel. Thank you for watching videos. Please stay tuned for the results from this experiment. I am looking forward for favorable results from these IC chips. Yeah, crush it. A ball mill will be good. Would be good. A blender. I think I'm gonna work towards repurposing my old blender that I have, so that I could just press and just grind these out to powder using the blender. Okay, so whew, look at all that dust, and I'm doing this outside in the open here, of course. So let's seal this. And you have some interesting shaped heat sinks coming out of these IC chips. Look at this, coming out of the IC chip. And as I said, I'm going to crush those again. Give them another crush. Getting some of this out of the way. And then I'm gonna run this through with a magnet to separate steel, iron, tin, um, anything that's magnetic inside there. I'm gonna separate those. Um, then I'm gonna put them through um, hydrochloric acid to take out the base metals, anything that is there. Ooh, keep my hand down. Can't afford to waste any of this material that's working so hard to get. So the hydrochloric acid is gonna get rid of the remainder of base metal before I put it through aqua which is a mixture of hydrochloric acid and nitric acid to dissolve the bonding wire gold. But of course, I'm gonna wash it several times, and hopefully, we could get uh, a look at some of the bonding wires if we do the washing properly. So we're gonna crush these. I think I'm about halfway there. So let me just run through this again. Please leave a comment. Please like, subscribe, ask a question. And as I crush this, I can feel the, the muscles getting some well needed exercise in. In this. See, it's getting fairly easier as we get further down into the thing. I think they would be exposed to the more of the heat. So let's sift this again. I should be using a finer grade sieve. This is what I have for now. I'm just gonna make it work. Then I get a spoon. I shove those back inside for a second go. Yep. Let's see, another. Almost there. We'll probably have two more to go. And we are through with this part of the process. 1 pound of flat pack icy chips. Who want to guess what the yield is going to be? How much gold is in icy chips? How much gold are in icy chips? Is it worth recovering? Hmm? So guys, please remember to subscribe to my channel, like the videos, comment, share. Trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers by year end. We are now at 267. So please subscribe, watch, comment, share the videos. Welcome to my channel where I recover precious metals from electronic waste. And precious metals, I mean gold, silver, copper, aluminum, brass, stainless steel. All right, let's sieve this out. Right, I think we have just enough time to finish this up of our prayer meeting. I need to relax and prepare for in, in 20 minutes time. So get my mind prepared for that. But I'm happy that we have gotten through most of. So I think it's one left. Let me see. Yeah, I try to do that in one. Oh, that big one. So that's all my IC chips that were incinerated. I'm gonna try and crush these up, and this will be my final crush for the night. Then I move on to the next step. So there we have it, people. For those who are just joining, I am going through IC chips that were incinerated over the weekend, and we're going after the gold that is said to be inside of these IC chips, similar to what you see on the screen here. That gold thing looking like a spider is actually 24 karat bonding wires, and I am attempting to recover them through a process of incineration of the chips. When I'm crushing them. Sorry about that, guys. I had some internet issues. Hope it don't disrupt too much. But I was saying that we're going after the gold that you see inside this chip, 24 carats, and they're crushed and mixed up in this batch of um, crushed IC chips. Okay, so we're gonna recover it from this um, later on. Okay, this is the last crush. So bear with me. I go through this mass. For my mass, please leave your comment. Give me a like. Please subscribe, share. Stay tuned for the other videos to come. I'm sure you would like me want to see the result of this labor. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just repurpose an old blender that I have to do this leg of the work. While I appreciate the workout, I don't think I'm gonna do this again. I hope I don't have to do this again. I'd rather use the blender. Much faster, much cleaner, and less energy I have to put in this. It's all about working smarter, not harder. So yeah, definitely going the route of the blender. Future videos. Oh yeah, so to hurry up and get myself ready for the prayer meeting. I'm not gonna crush this anymore. Yeah, going. Bless up. Big up yourself. Yeah, real scrapper, huh? Alright, so this need a little bit more pounding, but as you can see, as I said, this is gonna come back for a second pounding, but I need to go and prepare myself. Yeah, Darwin, big up. Much thanks, man, for tuning in, you know? Alright, so we are get it, you know? Uh, we are hunt it and we are get it here. So as I was explaining earlier, if you look carefully inside, you see that gold spider looking thing. The legs on that is 24 carats. And so when I crush it, does it look like this on the outside, like a chip? So when I crush it, they're gonna break up in small pieces, and they're gonna fall through the sieve, the bottom. Yeah, so we're active, very active. We are get it. You know, a long time we are trying, we have a win. So we are winners. We're not losers out here. We are winners. So this is what, and we are putting in the work, you know. We are putting in the work. So let me sift this through. And then all I would have left to do is to sift through the waste material over here, the big one, a second time, and that's it for this leg of the process. Then I have to go through with a magnet and take out all magnetic material from within this thing. Because of course you know that gold is not magnetic. So anything else that is magnetic, we want to get it out, leaving just the gold inside there to be recovered through aqua regia. So the acid come into play. Lift this through. That's it. Yeah, so this is gonna be probably a 4-part series. Uh, one part is getting them off the circuit. Uh, the other part is incinerating them. So at the first level is to get them off the circuit. To take them off the circuit. These are all IC chips. These are the common ones. These are the BJs from the computer. Some of these are just processed, slightly different, but process them. These are some tiny small ones, but they're on circuit boards all over the place. So, for example, here's a circuit board with 4 IC chips. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's one at the back too. 5. So these circuit boards now I go through with my flat point screwdriver, and I just run it along the legs until it flips open. Just take it off with your hand. Same thing for this one. Same thing for this one. And inside these IC chips have the gold bonding wires, and that's what we're after. Okay, so I'm gonna call it a wraps right here. Some of these legs are copper. Some of them are gold coated, gold plated, and from 1 pound of IC chip, uh, the material looks good to me, and I'm hoping that after the process is completed, I would have a good result. I do pray that that will come true. And I have this to run through one more time, of course, just to run through some of these big ones that didn't break. Some of these ones missed it, but they're not gonna escape. We're coming back for them. Yeah, so so let me do that. For now, I'm gonna run in and settle myself prior. So thank you for joining. Please stay tuned for the other updates on the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like, please share, please comment. And thank you for the support. So I'm gonna call it for tonight. But thank you and stay tuned for my other videos. God bless.